First of all, there's one important practical step you should take right now. Make sure that your playback device will switch itself off after the recording ends. You don't want something else to start blasting through a few minutes after you've fallen asleep. If you're using your phone or tablet, you can set your device to stop playing in your clock, timer, or alarm app. The total duration of this session is 45 minutes, so set that up now before we begin. Okay, before we start, just relax and listen whilst I explain how this works and what to expect. Our objective is to actively displace any and all resistance to sleep using distraction, immersion, and sensory stimulation techniques. You may be more dominant visually, orally, or kinesthetically. That is to say, you may see or visualize, or hear sounds, or sense movement, forming an impression of the experience in whatever way your dominant senses are most comfortable. There are no rules. Accept the experience as it comes to you. My voice will provide an environment, a world if you will, and you can allow your mind free rein to add whatever detail comes to you. The primary objective is to guide you to the edge of sleep, then let you tip yourself over. If at any time you experience any discomfort during the hypnosis, which is highly unlikely, you're completely free to immerse yourself at will. So, when you're ready to set aside the cares of the day and embrace the healing power of sleep, just let yourself begin to relax and listen to the sound of my voice. Just allow your eyes to close now and begin to let go. And as you relax in your cool, comforting bed, you're able to start to shift your attention from your everyday thoughts and go inside as you've done before. And you already know that this change of focus is starting to relax your mind and body. Permit yourself to be lazy. Allow yourself to feel lazy. And feel that laziness trickle through your mind and your body. And now, you allow yourself to disconnect from the outside world and just be here in a calm, quiet space of your own. Place your attention around your eyes. In fact, I'd like you to focus on the back of your eyelids, please. Maybe you see total darkness. Maybe you see faint patterns. Maybe there's nothing at all. And as you place your attention on your eyes, you may notice a mild feeling of fatigue or tiredness. A tiredness around your eyes as you focus on your closed eyelids. Or you may feel yourself drifting inside as you concentrate on your eyes. That's good. Keep it there. In a moment, I'm going to begin counting down from 10. And whilst I do that, please maintain your attention on your eyes. And even see if maybe you can visualize or sense the presence of the numbers as I count. big and bright, ready to count down in front of you as you will shortly watch the numbers descend. And with every number, you'll become more completely relaxed through your mind and body. As you listen to the sound of my voice. Here we go. The first number, 10, is appearing as you focus your attention on your eyes. And that number 10 grows brighter, bold and bright like a platform number at the station, or a road sign that's lit up at night. And in a moment it will start to fade and you'll start to descend to that warm, comfortable place you've been before. And there goes the number 10, gently fading away in the darkness. And you know how good it will feel as now the number 9 appears. And that number 9 grows brighter for a moment. And then the number 9 begins to fade away and you fade with it. Feeling your arms and legs completely relax and let go. Letting go of all the tension in your knees and your elbows. That's good. And now the number 9 has disappeared and the number 8 starts to appear. And you already know that you're on your way to a wonderful deep state of relaxation. In just a few more numbers, as the number 8 peaks its brightness and begins to grow dimmer and dimmer and disappears and is now replaced by the number 7. And the number 7 is an important number for you, because this is the number that instructs you to release all tension from the muscles around your chest and back, and allow your body to become light and limp and lazy. That's right, it feels so good. And now the number 7 has done its job for you and it too fades away to darkness. And now you see the number 6 begin to get brighter. And the number 6 is a special number. That number 6 helps you to feel the pleasure of your own slow breathing. And noticing how your body has changed as it prepares you for deep, restful, nourishing sleep. And you will sleep in a little while, but not yet. And now that special number 6 fades away, and number 5 begins to become visible, glowing brighter. And the number 5 is the number that connects you to your heartbeat. And your heartbeat is slowing down now, Because when you are in this beautiful, comfortable, relaxed state, which you are approaching soon, or you may already be experiencing, your heart can rest too. And your beating heart slows down to simply keep you idling gently overnight. Your heart is slowing down now as you observe the number 5. And this is a natural result of the relaxed state you are now enjoying. Halfway there. Feeling good. As that number 5 fades away now. And you're looking forward to the next number, number 4. As that number grows brighter, and you feel a further wave of relaxation washing gently through your body. As you push out any remaining tension from your muscles and joints. Because you don't need your body to move now for many hours. And the number 4 will help you to find any remaining pockets of resistance and release them, so that your whole body from your feet right up to your head no longer requires any of your attention, because your focus should remain on your eyes. As the number 4 grows fainter and fainter, and as it disappears, the number 3 comes into your view. And as that number 3 glows brighter, you know that the number 3 is a very powerful number. Because there are just 3 more steps to reach your basement of relaxation. That deep, tranquil place you've been before. And you know how good it feels down there. And now that number 3 has reached its maximum brightness. And it starts to fade just as the preceding numbers did. And you watch closely as it disappears from view. As you start to perceive the arrival of number 2. That number 2 growing clearer in front of you. As you watch the number 2, this is your time to allow yourself to drift. separating your mind from your resting body, and prepare to open your wonderful imagination. To see, hear, and feel the essence of relaxation. To be in the most tranquil place. Whenever you feel the desire for this inner calmness, this calmness you're able to experience because you are so deeply relaxed and ready to go deeper still. As the number 2 now dims and begins to disappear from view, you know there's only one number left, and that's the number 1. And that number 1 now appears bold and bright. And I don't know whether you will begin to sleep soon or in a little while longer. And anyway, it's fine to wait for a while. And you can experience something wonderful in the meanwhile. Because that number 1 is you. You are the only person here right now. And everything you've done to come this far, and you have come a long way, has been to prepare you for the next stage of your journey. That journey towards deep, restful sleep, which is only a tiny fraction of a step from where you are right now. And there's no obstacle here now. Your entire focus is on the number 1. And as it starts to fade, you may feel yourself drifting weightlessly, drifting from your relaxed state of focus. As you allow your eyes to relax completely, even as the 0 tries to appear. But you know you already had the best numbers. And those numbers have done their work. So you can simply relax the attention you've been placing on your eyes. And feel those little muscles around your eyes release their tension and relax so completely. And you can go inside as you've done so well, so many times before. And prepare yourself for the next stage of your journey towards calmness and tranquility. Float free. Just allow yourself to remain there for a few moments. Fully relaxed and wonderfully lazy. And as you drift, you're allowing your mind to open. Ready and willing to experience new things and to expand your mind beyond the here and now, out into a bigger world full of exploration and discovery. Now, as you lie here, your body completely relaxed and lazy, you already understand the immense power of your imagination. And how, when you're in this deeply tranquil state, your imagination is capable of creating a reality. A reality so vivid and immersive as anything you've ever experienced. And your imagination is primed and ready to do that for you now. All you have to do is allow it to happen, and you'll make it happen very easily. So let go now the tethers of your waking life, and give your imagination permission to go beyond its usual limits. Because there are no limits in your imagination. Only those limits you place on yourself. And in your imagination now, those senses which have been dormant, relaxing in the background. Those senses now begin to stir gently. First, you sense a feeling, an impression. Of where you are, in a different place, a new, interesting place. A place you may be exploring for the very first time. And as your sense of feeling becomes clearer, you notice the familiar sensation of flying in a plane. Firmly strapped into a comfortable seat. Reclining almost like a couch. And you feel safe and secure. You're aware that you're moving forwards, possibly at great speed. But that needn't concern you much because you feel so secure and safe in your seat. And as you become accustomed to that sensation of speed, it also feels to you as if you're climbing. Not too fast and not too slow, but definitely climbing. And it's an intriguing, exciting feeling. As now you begin to detect a sound. The comforting sound of engines powering your flight. A muffled roar coming from behind and above you. Not at all loud, but definitely loud enough to let you know those engines are very powerful. And that makes you feel even more secure. And now, your sense of sight is joining your other senses. As you become visually aware that you're seated in a compact flight cabin. In the left-hand seat with the flight controls in front of you. And as your field of vision begins to expand, you realize there's another person sitting alongside you in the right-hand seat. And you instinctively understand that this other person is the captain, the pilot. And that you are a passenger. Ahead and above you is the windshield. And as you look straight ahead, you see that you're flying high above the clouds below. In the brightest of bright blue skies. And as you look above you, you're quite amazed to see that this craft you're in is suspended beneath a huge aircraft above you. Ferrying you up to high altitude underneath its belly. It really is so large, and you can see its silver wings extending from either side. As the sun glints off the metal, and you can just see wing trails from the very tips of the wings. As you climb higher and higher into the atmosphere. Check out the cabin. Your pilot is keying in data to the flight computer, but he isn't controlling the stick, which gently moves around on its own. The aircraft which is ferrying you upwards controls the direction and altitude at this stage. And you already begin to relax even more as you understand that you have nothing to do. But just sit back and enjoy the ride. Just now you feel a gentle tap on your forearm. You turn to look at your pilot. And you hear him in your headphones asking if you're ready. And although you don't know just yet what you're supposed to be ready for, you nod. You're curious to explore what comes next. You feel your muscles begin to tense ever so slightly in anticipation of the unknown. And almost simultaneously you hear the aircraft engines roar loudly. Like the aircraft pilot applied maximum power. And then you sense your own speed dropping and the noise of the engines fading rapidly. And as you look up through the canopy above, you understand that the plane has released you. And you slowly drop away as the huge aircraft lifts and banks away to your left. A spectacular and majestic sight. And suddenly your senses light up as simultaneously you hear a huge roar. Much closer this time. And you know that your pilot has fired your own engines. As you feel a sudden kick in your back more powerful than any acceleration you ever experienced, pinning you to the back of your seat. And ahead of you, through the windshield, you can see from the horizon that you're now climbing rapidly upwards. And as you observe the spectrum of color of the sky, almost white below you, graduating through a million shades of the richest blue, until it becomes almost black, not very far above you now. And the power of those engines, maybe they're rockets behind you, are surging you upwards. And as you look out to one side, you can clearly see the curvature of the Earth. As your little rocket ship spears ever upwards, higher and higher. And you don't know exactly when you will leave the atmosphere and reach space. But now you hear the roar of the engines suddenly stutter and stop, and everything becomes completely silent. All your senses tell you you're still moving forwards, but it's smooth now. Just like you're cruising up here in orbit. when the sense of all that power that was pushing you along is gone now. And you can look around you through the canopy and the windshield. And it's black up here. Above you, you can see a night sky full of stars like you've never been able to observe from the Earth. So many millions of stars, brighter than you could ever have believed. And you find yourself wondering that age-old question of whether we're alone in the universe. And now, up here, on the edge of space, it becomes clear to you that in those other star systems, there may be beings looking up into their night sky and asking exactly the same question. And you may begin to sense a feeling of connection now that you're free and unhindered by life on Earth. The vastness of the universe, when viewed from where you are now, can only inspire deep thoughts about the origins of life. And now you remember another benefit of being up here on the edge of space. Something you've always dreamed of trying. So you carefully release your harness, and as you do, feel yourself gently drifting up, parting company with your seat as you become completely weightless. Just allow yourself to drift now. Floating free, suspended there. Devoid of gravity. And take a few moments to fully appreciate and enjoy that weightless sensation. And notice how it feels on the different parts of your body. As you stare out at the magnificence of the universe spread before you. And the wonderful freedom of just drifting. Weightlessly floating. Just let go.